Too many plants around me? Scientific studies have found that most of our house plants that you see around me, are very successful in cleaning the indoor air. In fact, a study also suggested that one medium-sized plant per 100 square feet is needed to effectively remove the harmful chemicals indoors in our homes. So, today we have selected the best 5 indoor plants that are not only excellent air purifiers but also great decoration or aesthetic stylish piece. The first plant on my list is a ZZ plant. The look of this plant is simply satisfying. Caring is also very simple, making it ideal for all the busy ones out there. Water whenever the soil is completely dry, and even if you happen to miss watering once or twice, that's completely okay. This plant is quite forgiving. Keep it in a medium low light place, avoiding any direct sunlight. Otherwise, the leaves will start to burn. No special potting mix or soil is required for this plant. In fact, this one here, I'm growing it in water. Also, don't be in a hurry to repot this plant when it's growing in soil. ZZ plant likes to grow in small containers, and once it has completely outgrown that pot, it can be then propagated by separating the baby stems with some roots on them. Studies have shown that vehicular emission release such as toluene and xylene are very efficiently reduced for ZZ plants, so I very highly recommend this plant. The second plant on my list is a rubber plant. You will mostly come across 2 types of rubber plant in the garden center or the nursery. One is this burgundy colored one, like one here, and the other is a variegated kind. They grow tall and can be used in your living space to give an illusion of elongated walls. They will add some height. Here is how you have to care for this plant. It requires moist soil. That is the trick for the perfect looking rubber plant. Do not let the soil completely dry out between waterings. If the soil sticks to your hand when you touch it, that is the right soil condition, like here. Rubber plant also enjoys good light. For example, this is a west facing window. So the indirect light falling on this is great for the growth of the rubber plant. You should ensure that wherever the rubber plant is kept, it is not getting intense heat. In case you're wondering what is the functional importance of rubber plant, small term irritation to long term effects of immunity, blood related health problems can be found caused by formaldehyde. It's a chemical that is commonly found indoors in our house because of the crude oil, paints, detergents that are commonly used in our households. Rubber plant can do a fabulous job at removing formaldehyde from our air. The next plant in my list is Fiddle Leaf Fig. Growing Fiddle Leaf Fig is a great idea where the moisture condition is quite high, because this increases when the moisture is too much, it increases the fungal growth. This plant likes bright light, warm conditions and humidity. You can bring this plant in for its broad leaves. In fact, it has been quite trendy of late on social media. The trick for its care is to keep an eye on humidity in your house, in your area. This thrives on humid conditions. If you live in a dry place, my suggestion is skip this plant, because otherwise it will be very difficult to grow. Else, if you really want to get it, invest in a humidifier. The reason that I highly recommend Fiddle Leaf Fig for indoors is because it can remove fungus and mold from the air. The next plant in my list is Erica palm. Erica palm adds beauty wherever it's kept. Its long white spread leaves are just beautiful. It does not require direct sun. If direct sun is falling on it, it will burn the leaves. It will cause yellowing of the stem as well. A well-lit space is enough for this plant. If you see the tips are becoming brown like this, you need to fix the watering problem of this. Either you're watering too much or watering too less. Else, there's nothing much to care about for this plant. The reason I recommend this plant is because it can remove benzene and formaldehyde. These are carcinogen. So you can bring in an Erica palm and place it in a corner of your living room. The next plant on my list is another trendy one, Monstera. I know there are a lot of Monstera fans out there. Actually, this plant comes in varieties. My recommendation, however, is Monstera deliciosa, also known as Swiss cheese. So this is the Monstera deliciosa that I have. In fact, it has new growth also coming out. You can see here. The only thing that you have to bother about for this plant is to look out for sunlight. If it's too bright, too intense, then it will start to burn. For example, here you can see. Next, also take care of the moisture condition. It shouldn't be too moist for the plant, but you should not let the soil also dry between waterings. Monstera is not only an eye candy for your social media, in fact, it is also a very efficient remover of formaldehyde. It is an irritant, especially for children, which is very commonly found in our households, in our homes indoors. A green touch of plants in your home, in your decor, it just does not purify air, but also has a calming effect on us. Areca, Fiddle Leaf, Monstera, ZZ plants are available in different size ranges. In fact, these days different varieties of these plants are also being imported. You can keep them on your desk, in living room, anywhere, wherever you please. My point of advice, two things. First, make sure that the light is somewhat bright, not too dull. All of these plants enjoy medium light condition. Second, keep an eye on watering. I hope these videos help. Take care and do remember to follow us. I'll see you very soon.